All right, hello. Now we are going to assess our musculoskeletal system. So for this, we're going to be assessing range of motion. We're going to be doing that first in our hips, and then we're going to do our shoulders and our spine and our wrists. So when we're doing our musculoskeletal assessment, we're looking for range of motion. We want our joints to move freely and openly. We want to have not have a lot of stiffness. We're also assessing for crepitus, which is kind of like a crackling, popping sensation that you might hear in your joints. So first we're going to start off with our hips. So we have our client, Mr. B here. We are going to start off with our straight leg test. So Mr. B, I'm going to lift your leg for you. So we want to see about a 90-degree angle with this. You can relax your leg a little bit, sir. So we don't have quite a 90-degree angle. I don't want you to push it, but we are, about there. All right, we're going to do that in both legs. Okay, I got it. Good. Perfect. Then we're going to do the bent knee test. So I'm going to hold each leg. All right, I'm going to bend your knee and move backwards. We should be seeing about a 120-degree angle. So we see about that. And then we're going to do it with our other leg. All right, good. Now we're going to look at our internal rotation, external rotation in our hips. So we're going to have slightly bend your knee here a little bit. Okay, so we're going to internally rotate. We should see this going at about 40 degrees. And then we're going to externally rotate. I want to see that about 45. So that looks good. I would then do that to my next leg, but to save them the hassle, we won't do that. Now we're going to do adduction and abduction with our legs straight. So first we're going to do adduction, which is we're going to move inwards. We should see this going at about a 30-degree angle, and outwards should be able to do about a 40-degree angle. All right, and then I would then do those tests on my other leg, but we won't have Mr. B do all of that right now. So then we're going to move on to our shoulders. Mr. B, you can go ahead and stand up. All right, we'll move this back a little bit so that everybody can see. All right, so now we're going to start off with our shoulder range of motion. All right, so we're going to start off with our spine. So first we're going to do our spine. We'll have you turn to the side here, and I'd like you to bend over and touch your toes. So we're looking at our nice curved spine right here. We want him to be able to bend over and touch his toes completely. So we're going to come up. All right, so that was flexion. Now we're going to bend backwards, and we're going to do spinal extension, and that's great. We're going to move our section over here just a little bit, so it's a little bit easier for everybody to see. So come over here, Mr. B. All right, so now we're going to test our lateral bend. So we're going to have Mr. B go from side to side. So bend to your right side. We're looking to see about a 30-degree angle. Bend to your left side. We're looking to see about a 30-degree angle. Good. Now we're looking for spinal rotation. Mr. B, would you kind of rotate your shoulder area from side to side? Good. Perfect. Awesome. All right, now we're going to test shoulder flexion. So I would like you to just raise your arms up over your head. All right, good. Now we're going to do internal rotation. So we're going to place our palms kind of together in the back here, and then go up. Good. And try to touch your shoulder blade. So you should be able to kind of get up there into your shoulder blade area. Perfect. All right, now we're going to do abduction. So I'm going to have you laterally raise your arms up and down, like lateral raises, all the way up. Perfect. All right, now we're going to do external rotation. So we're going to place our arms in the back of our head. Beautiful. All right, so now we're going to focus on our wrists. So I would like you to hold your wrist out. All right, so we're going to test our flexion. So bend your wrist down and then bend your wrist up. All right, so the bending our wrist up is our extension. All right, so now I'm gonna kind of hold your arm right here. Well, I'm gonna test our ulnar and radial deviation. Okay, so putting our hand to the right, moving your wrist to the right is ulnar deviation, and then to the left is radial deviation. All right, perfect. All right, now I'm gonna have you spread your fingers all the way apart and together, and then you can make a fist. Good, and then touch your thumb to all of your digits. All right, good, and now I'm gonna simulate like a flat surface. I'd like you to raise your fingers up together. One at a time, there you go. All right, looks good. Any pain or kind of restriction that you felt with that assessment?
Yes, when I turned to the left.
When you turn to the left, does that feel painful?
No, it's just pretty tight.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, so that marks the end of our musculoskeletal assessment, and he did great.